Hey guys, welcome back to Geometry Hash. Last time we made progression. This time we know how to make more, because last time I sort of clutched my way to it. And, well, I didn't clutch it, it's just I accidentally jumped over a thing that I didn't even see, because it's literally invisible. Oh, I threaded the needle. But yeah, I jumped over a thing I literally couldn't see because it was invisible, it's not because I'm blind. Didn't realize it, went through the wrong gap. Now we know which gap to go through. We should be able to make more progress quite easily. We made it there a bunch of times. I think we made it there 3 times in total, and then we eventually made the way there consistent, which is making it even easier. Like, we made it there like 3 times in like maybe 10 attempts, which is pretty good for me. So let's hope we can get that better and keep it up as well. Because that's just gonna make life easier for everyone. Yeah, if you keep doing stuff like that though, that's not gonna help you. That's not gonna help no one. That's just bad. Oh my god. Maybe I'm not gonna do so well now. During my intermission of files and whatnot with the other video, now I've just turned into mush. Please don't turn into mush. Make this attempt good. I didn't mean to click that second time, so I'm not gonna class that as a bad attempt. It's just I accidentally trigger thing. Good. I'll be quiet for a second. Trust me, I can do this. I held the button like a moron. Maybe I can't do this. Maybe I've just like lost everything. Like, my hand is not in a comfortable position, but I'm not gonna blame that for it. I should just deal with that. I didn't think I was in the portal yet. Is the portal like extended at the bottom or something so you can like hit it easier? Like, does it warp outwards at the bottom? I don't know. Like, that time I didn't click an extra time. It's just I clicked what I normally would, but I still died. Okay, I think it's the first time I've actually made it here in this episode. Which, you know, for this far in, as much as it's not that far in the episode, it's not great. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, progress. I'm believing. I'm believing. Oh, it's the wave. You gotta go down first. That's progress. That is progress. You cannot deny it. That is progression. I've made it further. Sure, it wasn't technically progress. Like, I've made it slightly further across the screen, I think. Unless I didn't. If so, that's not progress. But I went the right way this time, making it progress in the right direction. Like, you can make progress, but if you're going down the wrong path of a maze and you make progress down that path, you're not technically making progress to the end of it, are you? Like, you're taking out dead ends, sure, but that's technically not... Oh, that was bad. It's technically not making the maze easier for you. I remember this maze in a... Not necessarily... I don't know what you'd even call this place. Would it be an adventure park? Like, there's theme parks, like Alton Towers and stuff. And in Britain, I don't know if you have it in America, I assume you wouldn't. There's one called Pleasurewood Hills. And they're sort of some of the big ones. And then there's ones that are like Bewilderwood, which I'm like 99% sure you will not have anywhere else in the world. But there's ones like that, I don't know what you'd call it. It's sort of just a big, like, it's just some woods, and it has a few rides here and there, and you can build dens out of loads of sticks in a wooded area. There's the overpriced foods everywhere. I remember one time we went there, it was like in the summer, because, you know, it's a good time to go to a sort of forest adventure theme park place. You know, summer, no school, family day out, it's great fun. And there's just like loads of wasps everywhere because, like, in the meal area there's like loads of fizzy drinks and stuff that people had bought and foods, and the amount of wasps, it was ridiculous. There were just so many, and I was like, eh, it's a wasp. Just don't move, it probably won't sting you. If it lands on you, just stay still. Wait for it to leave you alone. It's basically what I did. Like, I don't like saying this, but but I prefer Bewilderwood to Pleasurewood Hills. Now, if you know what both of those are and you think I'm crazy, you have a right to. Oh, god damn it. That's progress, though. But you have a right to think I'm crazy, because, you know, Bewilderwood, there's much less stuff to do. There's, like, some slides, a zip line, some climbing equipment, which I think is the sort of stuff that wins it over me. Like, I love zip wires, zip lines, whatever you want to call it. I love climbing equipment. I love building dens and stuff. Like, I'm just a creative person, I feel. Now, it just sounds a bit big-headed. Like, yes, I'm a very creative person. I love all this stuff. God, unintellectual people are like going on rides, wasting their money away when they could be doing something productive. No, it's not being like. I enjoy Pleasurewood Hill. I enjoy theme parks. But the reason why, I've only been to Pleasurewood Hills once, I think, and I didn't like it that much because the majority of the rides were roller coasters. Now, I have been on roller coasters, alright? I've been on one roller coaster in my life, and as much as this is a bad argument, I went on one roller coaster and it caused some, like, a pain in my back. It hurt quite badly. And it's not like, oh yes, I just have bad genes. I was, like, I don't know. It was probably, like, over, like, 5 years ago. I was fine to go on the roller coaster. It was kind of enjoyable, as much as it was, like, kind of scary, because, you know, I was kind of young. But it, like, caused a stabbing pain in my spine, and that just made me not want to go on roller coaster since. It was just, like, no. I remember, like, I went on it with my dad because, like, he liked roller coasters and stuff, and had been on it many times as a child. Because I think it was maybe one of the oldest wooden roller coasters left in Britain, or something. One of them, at least. And, like, he likes it. I didn't necessarily hate it, it's just, it caused pain, and pain is not fun to me. I didn't hold the button long enough, my bad. Oh, I don't know how I managed that, but I did, and that was weird. But yeah, I didn't really enjoy it that much because of the pain. So now I just sort of see any roller coaster, I'm like, I don't want to go on that. I remember Pleasurewood Hills, there was one called Snake in the Grass or something. And my younger sister went, like, she was probably younger than me when I went on my first roller coaster, and they went on that, and they went on it over and over and over and over again. And I was just, like, sitting outside, like, because it was a family day out, like, it was kind of sad, because, like, I didn't mind that much, because I was like, well, as much as I'm not really spending time with the family that much, and I was young, so I just sort of stayed outside the queues, I didn't wander off on my own. I was like, I'm fine to wait. I'd rather wait than go on a thing that may cause me pain. Sure, it hasn't necessarily caused an irrational fear. It's just caused, like, I don't want to risk just getting hurt because it could be fun. Didn't click. I'm an idiot. But yeah, I don't want to just accidentally, or not accidentally, just like get hurt slightly because it could be a bit of fun. Sure, it might have just been a one-off, but still, I don't want that. It's just not a thing. So they went on, like, many roller coasters. I remember there was a moment where I went on the Dodgems there, and something just stupid happened, and it was the Dodgem, it would just eternally go backwards. And that is where I have had the biggest hit from bumper cars I've ever had. And it was when, like, there was teenagers on it with me, and they sort of went for me a bit, and I was like, haha, fun, because stuff, and that was about death. But yeah, it's like, yay, fun, Dodgems, but I was going backwards, and I then eventually realised with, like, probably 30 seconds left of the ride, that if I spin the wheel all the way round, it would then, like, fix the Dodgem to go the right way again, because the wheels will just revolve and go the wrong way and such. And now I understand. So now if things ever going backwards in Dodgems, I always say to the person who's driving, or if it's me, just spin the wheel until it starts going forwards again, and you'll have a good time. But the biggest hit I had ever taken in Dodgems, like, it may just sound like, oh yeah, you got hit in the Dodgems, woo, teenagers, what are they going to be like? But still, they hit me so hard, it bumped my Dodgem up, and, like, the little air-filled thing around it got lifted up on top of their one. That's how hard they hit me. They lifted me off the ground. Like, it was stupid. It, like, stopped it working properly. Oh, I didn't mean to hold the button. Oops. Yeah, it stopped it working, so I couldn't get off, so they had to sort of intervene and be like, okay, we'll get you off, or we'll, like, separate you for a second. Like, I was stuck. I couldn't move. They just hit me so hard that it actually had the force to lift me up. Like, I think I was against the wall, so, like, it was between, like, rock hard place, so it just decided, alright, oh, that was literally impossible to survive. Never had that happen before. Yeah, like, it would be me against the wall, they'd hit me, it would lift me up, and then I was just on top of their rubbery bit. And that sounds kind of dodgy now to think about what other things could be made of rubber and called a bit. Or more, not more importantly, but more specifically, bits. I'm not going to go any further than that. You fill in the gaps. You can be the person to ruin your brain, not me. Because I never said the thing. I sort of made you think of the thing, but I didn't, like, force you. You did that out of free will, so it's your fault. In your face. Psychology. But yeah. It was fun, but I never went back on the thing, because I think that was the last thing we did before we left. So, my time on the dodgems there was going backwards, which, you know, it's not the best thing in the world, and not understanding how to fix it. And then, admittedly, I had probably the greatest experience I've ever had in dodgems. Like, I've had fun experiences in dodgems, like, when we have been to, like, just random amusement parks, not, like, oh, that was unlucky. Not the big ones, like these two that I've mentioned, but just some, like, little ones at, like, a pier, where they just have, like, some dodgems out. I've had some, like, really good, like, bits where I'm like, I would be a good driver in real life, where I've gone through a gap where my brain says, that's not possible to go through, and then I actually get through it. I'm like, how did I do that? Like, I probably over-dramatized it, because, you know, as a child, it's like, oh my god, what you're doing is amazing, when people are actually just on both sides of the dodgem thing, and you literally can't hit them without trying. But that's not how it was. It was like a tiny gap between two things, and there was someone behind me that I had hit quite a few times. They had a bit of a grudge against me and started going for me, because I'd been on these dodgems a lot. Because grandparents, me being young, grandparents are extremely kind, and we're like, here, have some money, you can spend this. And I'm like, yay, fun, thank you. While my dad's like, with the sibling, taking her on things that the elderlies probably can't or just won't do, you know? Those sort of things. So I was just being watched while on those, because, you know, elderlies and dodgems, they're probably gonna, like, rupture something or get whiplash. And that's not good for an elderly, they're a bit frail. But I was enjoying myself, and I went through this tiny gap, and this person was chasing me. And as I looked behind myself after I made it through the gap, and at this point, I think I just, like, completely stopped looking where I was going. Like, I made it halfway through, and hadn't, like, hit anything on the sides. Turned around, they just got sandwiched. And I was just driving without looking, because, you know, I have a decent, like, hand-eye coordination, so I can, like, see where something is and look away from it and probably do it. Like, I can pretty much navigate my house with no lights on. I can just imagine Andy trying to do that, because Andy's hand-eye coordination isn't great. It's not incredible. Sorry, Andy, I'm calling you out here. But there was a thing on Facebook recently that was like, okay, try and like this post with your nose and tell us how many tries it takes you. Andy tried loads of times and just couldn't do it and was like going far above it, and I did it on my first attempt. And it was really confusing to why she couldn't do it. And I just did it on the first try. No offense, Andy. It's just your hand-eye coordination has never been great. Like, it's not that she's just bad at things, it's just, like, I'm pretty sure it's just her hand. Thought I was gonna die. Tried to click one more time before I did, and I technically did, but it also killed me. But yeah, her hand-eye coordination has never been great. So it's not just a thing, oh, you're bad, it's just, I think it's a thing, it's not a learning thing, it's just a brain thing that gets things mixed up. So it's not your fault, Andy, if you're watching, it's just, you know, how you were born. You were born this way, Go to Lady Gaga. She'll tell you the same, I promise. Because, you know, it's her song. But, like, the reason I say she's, like, got this is, like, if you ask her to, like, catch something, it's not that she won't catch it, it's, like, a lot of the time, she probably won't catch it. Ah. God damn, I was so close. I did get the clicks off, just didn't quite let go of the button in time. Didn't quite. It's so hard just to get flung into that section, but I can do it. That's not a hard thing. I just need to get used to the wave. I haven't used it in forever. There was none of it in Club Step, and that was like, it's been a month at least since I've used it now. Since Club Step was like 200 something, not 200, 20 something episodes, and this is already in the 10s, which means it's been over a month since I've used it. So, you know, got me some slack. That was my bad. That was also very much the bad of mine. But yeah, theme parks fun. Roller coasters for me, not so much. But, like, I just love Bewilderment. It's extremely fun. There's, like, climbing, and, you know, I love climbing. Slides, and they can be kind of fun. Since you get to climb up the back of it to get onto it, which I find quite fun. The zip wires I find extremely fun, because zip wires, it's like, yeah, you sit on a thing and you fly quite high above the ground. It feels dangerous, but it's enjoyable. Because it feels like it's in my control. I hold onto a thing, I don't die, you know? It feels like it's something I can control. Which is why I like climbing so much. It's just very fun. Ah, I let go slightly too early. Okay, I'm just gonna drive my hand so I can, like, try and press that button faster, because my finger's slipping off of the, thing, because I don't know why my hand just gets sweaty playing this game. It doesn't do it in other games, unless I'm, like, on a lost run and I'm about to die, or keep run and I'm about to die, or in, like, Fortnite and I'm doing extremely well, got, like, 20 kills, there's, like, 90 people left. I know it's not possible, that's the point of sarcasm, and I'm about to get a kill record, and about to win, even though there's 90 people left and I've killed 20 people, so it doesn't make sense, but, you know, that's the point of the sarcasm. Yeah, that's never happened to me. Oh, that was just horrible. I don't know what I was even doing. Oh, dear God. Yeah, Bewilderment is just fun. It's just fun. I can't think of many more things that are there, to be honest. Like, the Den building is also extremely fun. I remember the first time I went there was in a school trip, and I was like, oh my god, this is the best thing. Like, we split into our own little groups, and we all built dens. I felt bad for the families that were there on that day, because they just had nothing. The entire school just there, and there's like, we have a twig. And everyone else is like, fight! I remember, like, some of us, like, snuck out of, not snuck, or sneaked, or snook. But we didn't exactly sneak out of the air. I didn't click. Didn't exactly sneak out of the area we meant to be, but we went out of, like, the little metal railing. Not railing, but little tiny metal fence, I guess, of where you're meant to go to get some bigger, like, branches for our den, which was good. But, you know, we weren't meant to be out there. But no one noticed because we were stealthy and naughty children. But yeah, we had fun. Sadly, I don't think we ever actually finished Arc 1, which is a little bit sad. But, you know, the only bad part about that is, like, as soon as you leave the Den building, I guarantee you, like, you'll see a family that is waiting to try and build something with their child. They'll go over to your thing and just dismantle it. You'll just look behind you and it'll be like being taken apart. It's like, no, I put like literally an hour into that, and it's now being destroyed. It's like a sandcastle at the beach. You've built a sandcastle, you've done something nice in the sand that took you ages, and you've been trying to do it for ages. You press someone, like your parents, it's like, oh, well done, Timmy. And then when you leave, it's like you see teenagers kick it over or something. It's just so sad. That's why it's always more fun to destroy it yourself. Like, you have the fun of building it, you know it's not gonna last, so you just get the fun of destruction. It's like, I don't know if I've mentioned this before, I'm pretty sure I have, when we used to go to the beach, we used to dig 2 holes next to each other and then like tunnel underneath and stuff, and then stand on the middle bit that's left. We basically made a bridge of sand because it's so compacted. And we used to take some more away until it finally like went. And because I'm talking, I completely forgot what I was doing. Oops. But yeah, it was very, very fun. We enjoyed doing these things. And yeah, we get the enjoyment of like kind of destroying it. And leaving just a giant hole in the ground. The ocean and stuff then has to just cover up. But it was good fun. I remember we used to like try and connect it to the ocean. So then it would just slowly fill up with water as well, but we never used to do it properly because the tide was usually going out, because that's the best time to go to the beach, when the tide is going out. If you don't know why, then like you clearly never been to the beach, because that means then there's not going to be the ocean to screw you over. It's quite good. But probably the most fun part I find about the beach is when you can like find like little schools of fish and like crab and stuff. Because crabs are awesome to find. I used to love finding crabs, especially when you can find like a huge one. That was always like my favourite thing, and now I really want to go to the beach again. But you know, it can wait. Because you know, it's not exactly time to go to the beach now, is it? It's April. Like, it's not the worst time in the world, but it's not the best either. But like sometimes I used to find crabs that were literally bigger than my hands. Sure, I probably had small hands, and like because I was that sort of boy that wasn't like, oh yeah, I have a fear, but I don't. Like, I'm pretty sure as a child, I had no concept of the word fear. I used to watch, like, the film Gremlins 2, perfectly fine, The Mummy, used to watch that perfectly fine, it didn't bother me, Tremors, and that's an 18, I believe. Like, this wasn't my parents forcing me to watch it, I'm pretty sure I was just, like, not meant to be watching a thing, but I was, and I was giggling along. And so my parents were like kind of okay with it. But either way, like I used to watch all these things and I'm perfectly fine with them. And I'm not a horror film guy. Like, I don't like horror films, but I like Tremors, which is I think classed as a horror. And now I kind of want to watch the new ones. Just because I'm like, oh, they have sequels? I never knew that. Now I want to see how it actually like ends up. And there's the Gremlins ones, I like those. Very good. Okay, make this work this time, please. Ah, I didn't quite do it. That was super easy to get through. And I'm just fatigued. Since before recording both of these episodes, I was like yawning. So it's like, yeah, I'm getting tired. We're doing okay. Like, the wave, super easy part. It's not hard to get through it. It's an easy section, because all wave sections are technically easy. You know? They are to me, at least. I'm just bad. Doesn't make it hurt if I'm the bad one. It's just a fact. That was kind of bad. On my part, once again. Oh, God, I looked at the time. That was a mistake. But yeah, I'm pretty sure I had no concept of fear as a child. I would climb things, break things, fall over all the time, and then, like, fall off of high things and then keep doing it because I'm an idiot. But, you know, it's fine. It's just, I never learn. But as a child, I had no concept of fear. It was like, it's good, except, you know, until something scary comes along, and it should be scary. But, like, fear just wasn't a thing that happened. It's not a thing I had. Like, what got me to this conversation? I can't think of it. I don't know. I've also watched The Mummy Returns. I didn't even know, like, I only found out, like, semi-recently there was a third Mummy film. And I don't mean the one with Tom Cruise. I mean, like, with the old actor people. Like, I like the Mummy films. The first one is good, and I've been watching it recently because Andy's so nice and got it for me on DVD while we were out. And I want to get The Mummy Returns now because it's just bugging me that I don't have that to watch. It's like, oh, I love this film, but I can't watch the sequel. And I haven't even seen the third one because I didn't know it existed, and now I really, really, really want to see that. Like, when I saw it when we were out, I was like, wait, there's a third? Somebody hold my beer, and someone, like, pull up a chair. I need to watch this now. And I couldn't, because, you know, they didn't have a screen or a DVD player, I assume. Which makes sense. But still, like, I need that film. I haven't seen it. I want to see it. I want to see it after I see the second one, because, like, as much as I've seen it before, I just want to see it again. It's been literally years. Probably since I was a child. I've seen little clippets of it since, of course, because, you know, it's, like, always just popping up on TV. I always forget you need to go down by not clicking there. It's the thing I always forget in that section, but we're getting there quite a lot. I've only made it past there once, but oh well. I feel like I'm not going to get through there properly in this episode, like, all the way through the wave section, but I'm fine with that, because I know that I can. I know it's not a thing that's just, oh, it's a hard bit. I know it's just me. It's not difficult, it's just me. So I'm okay with it. But with made it didn't bounce when I pressed the button. That was weird. Like, it was in that thing for, like, not exactly a long time, but relative to how long it's normally in there, that was quite long. In the portal, I mean. And it didn't go. Oh, temp 69, no. I'm gonna waste it away. But still, how did I get to this concept of not having fear? I don't remember. But either way, like I said, I just didn't have fear. It wasn't a thing. Oh yes, about the crabs, because, like, I don't want to be the guy that's like, oh yeah, girls would normally be like, oh ew, it's a crab, oh god, it's so gross. No, I'm not that guy, I didn't mean to bounce. Yeah, I'm not that guy. Like, girls can be as brave or braver than guys. Like, girls will go on roller coasters. I won't, because I don't like the concept of fear. Not fear, I don't like the concept of pain. Not even the concept, I don't like pain. If you like pain, it's your life, but you should probably try and get rid of that, because that's just not a good thing. Like, it's not a good thing, but I'm not going to get into that, because that's not a field I feel comfortable talking about, because, you know, I don't want to say the wrong thing and offend people. But, like, sure, some people I'm fine with offending. If I say, like, something silly and it offends you, I'm like, well, sorry, but that's kind of your problem. It was meant in a joking way, you took it wrong. I'm sorry, but you got to deal with the consequences of you not liking what I'm saying. I'm not saying something wrong, it's just you as a person don't like what I'm saying. It's an opinion. That's what it is. But yeah, like the crabs, because I came off subject and stopped talking about crabs. It's a weird subject, but still, I like the crabs because I used to love going for crabs. I've never gone crabbing, or I've been fishing probably 3 times, maybe slightly more. One time was like years ago. One time we were going to go, but I don't think we ended up going because I was playing Minecraft at the time, and then we were going to go, but then it was like, oh, it's raining. Guess we're not going now. I was like, but I just turned off Minecraft. And I was sad. Didn't mean to do that. I clicked when I was in the portal thinking it would have bounced me down as if it was a blue thing, but it weren't, was it? Because that's not what it is. I'm just stupid. But yeah, like I said, these crabs, they're like probably the size of my hand now, and I'd say I've got a pretty average sized hand. It's not huge, it's not small, it's just sort of a hand. Probably a good, I don't know, 8 inches long or wide, the crab, I'd say. Sort of thing where you gotta literally hold it from underneath and on top and get the claws out of the way, or you will not lose a finger, because it's not that kind of crab. It's like not a foreign crab, because for us, like for Britain, it's like we don't have anything that's like super deadly. In America, it's like we've got bears, we've got deadly snakes, and then there's Australia, it's like we've got spiders that can kill you within an hour. Its venom will paralyze you and then slowly turn your innards into fluid. And here it's like, it'll hurt a bit, but it won't kill you unless you're allergic. And we have one deadly snake, and it's not like, oh my god, it will just cause ridiculous agony and rot you. It'll be like, sure, it's a venomous snake, it will hurt, like, my mum was bitten by one, and apparently it felt just like a bee sting at the time. And where my mum used to live, they used to have, like, lots of bees, so she genuinely thought it was a bee sting, and by the next day, like, up to her, like, knee, I think, or her thigh, her leg had basically gone black. Not from it dying, just from, like, venom and stuff. But eventually, well, she got, she went to doctors, and they were like, yeah, you've been bitten by an adder, and it was like, oh no, but then she got the stuff to help, and it was fine, yay! And now she's all good. Apart from being crazy. She's not crazy, it's a joke. But still, you know, we have one deadly snake, no deadly spiders, we don't have crabs that can, like, slice you to bits. America's like, yeah, we've got bears and crocodiles, possibly, I can't remember. I don't know much about America, could you tell? Apart from the fact that a crocodile could probably be a better president than Donald Trump. Oh! Also, that's nice music. I just heard, like, didin'. I couldn't get high enough. This is a very high didin'. It was nice. I want to go through that again and, like, actually make it through. It sounded very nice and peaceful. For a nice, kind of easy section that I'm sucking at, just because fatigue and my hand being sweaty so I can't press button fast. It's not good, but I'll accept it, it's my fault, you know? I just gotta accept it, but I know, like, next episode I should, unless I'm just failing early in the level, which I'm now super consistent at. Like, I'm not even thinking about it anymore, I'm just sort of doing it. Like, I should easily make progress. Like, up until the wave part, I can just talk. There's no worry, it's just, yeah, I know exactly what I need to do, nothing's jank, I can just do it smoothly, as you can see. Like, it's not the smoothest thing in the world, but come on. It's not bad. Ah, that bit's so tight. It just throws you straight into that section. I can do it, but it's just a little tight. But oh well. Oh, I've come off the tab. Where am I? I'm there. Got it. Oh, I held the button. Oopsies. Yeah, what was I saying a minute ago? I was saying something about crabs. But yeah, these crabs are fun. We used to go catch some crabs, put them in our little buckets, catch some little fishies, put them in the buckets too. We'd find, like, little tiny schools of fish that are, like, half the length of your little finger. It's adorable. We'd find, like, a freaking ton of shrimp, man. That was a lot of shrimp. A lot of shrimp. But I just used to love the crabs the most because there was not a better feeling, in my opinion, when you've gone to the beach to, like, go rock pooling, and then you find a crab. Like, you find loads of tiny crabs. Like, some of the crabs, they're literally smaller than your fingernail. They're the tiny babies, tiniest things. They're adorable, but the best feeling was when you found this freaking Goliath crab that is, like, bigger than your hand, 8 inches wide, and will cause, like, pain when it nips you. Like, it would literally cause blood. Doesn't sound like the worst thing in the world, but still. Crabs, they don't have sharp claws necessarily. They just have a strong grip. Like, anything could make you bleed if it was, like, just squeezed hard enough. Even, like, marshmallows. Like, 2 flat objects. If that squeezes your hand hard enough, it will cause blood because it will cause, like, shattering of bones and stuff, and, like, your skin will tear and it will just cause blood. It's just a matter of just how it works. But these crabs, like, they will nip you so hard that it will just cause you to bleed. And it's happened to me once, and it just would not let go, and I was like, ow! I believe it was just dangling off my hand at one point. But I still picked it up again. I was like, no, you are my prize, I found you, and you are a giant awesome crab that I'm putting in my bucket. Now I realise we were probably a bit silly for putting all the crabs in one bucket. Like the first time we did it, we were like, yay, all these sea creatures are friends. So we put all of them in the same bucket. And then eventually we realised, like, the big crabs, they started to kill some of the fish we caught. They would just you'd just find, like, a tail. Or it would just, like, grab it and then you'd just start eating it. It's like, okay, shrimp, you gotta go into a new bucket. And eventually we did that. And then eventually we'd have, like, tiny crabs that would end up being killed by the giant crabs. And they're like, come on! We want to keep you all so we can just see, like, how much stuff we did today. But, yeah. It's been freaking years since I did that. Like, since I've been to the place we went to do all this stuff, it has probably been 5-6 years? Maybe not quite that long, but it's been freaking long. Haven't done that in a long time. It's one of my favorite things to do. Oh, I held the button just the tiniest bit late. Because I always wait as soon as I get up there to hold the button, just to make sure I'm not gonna jump into the gap. Which I haven't done so far, which is like, yay! But you know, now we have just fallen in because I didn't press the button earlier. Which is a bit of a no. But well. Yeah, those are good times at the beach. Used to really enjoy it. Someday I hope I can take children's there that's maybe mine, and we can do the same thing I used to do as a child. And I hope the children aren't gonna be the wusses. I don't want them to grow up and be terrified of the world. I want you to grow up, be happy, and have a good old time. Like, this just sounded like, yeah, I don't want them to grow up like me, but it's not like that. It's like, I want them to grow up like I did. Happy, oblivious to Donald Trump's existence. I'm so sorry. But still, happy. I want them to grow up and be happy. I want them to grow up and like, just have fun with stuff. Family trips out. Catching crabs as a family. Fishes and stuff, because I'll also get a great kick out of that because it'll be nostalgic for me, because it's literally been a thing that I have not done for so many years, like I've said, and it's good fun. You may not enjoy it, but I do, okay? Leave me alone. You may be the kind of person that likes to just go out, get drunk, have a night out, go to the club. I'm the kind of person that'd rather like go climbing something, or trampolining, paintballing with a bunch of friends, not drunk, just having a great time. Finish the day with like some nice food, maybe watch a movie, film, whatever you want to call it, and just have a great time. I've never been, I don't think I'll ever be the kind of person that'll go clubbing. Like, first of all, no one to go with. Sure, you could say Andy, but you know, I don't think she's the kind of person either. 2, I don't like alcohol, so getting drunk is sort of out of the question. I'd basically be Andy's, like, chauffeur. So I'd be like, okay, Andy, you've had a little bit too much to drink. Let's take you home. I'm sorry, Andy, I'm joking. I'm joking. But still, it's just not my kind of thing. I'd rather just have, like, a nice, like, night in or something. That's my kind of thing. Oh, bad last death. But we've made more progress. 4% once again. We made 4% in both episodes, making 8% total, because maths. So for now, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and hope you're like still enjoying the series, because I know I am. Getting progress, enjoying the level quite a bit. And I'll see you guys next time. See ya.